Welcome to the Lovestead.
Sidewalks are still torn up from all the new water mains. But the leaves are gorgeous. Look at that tree. It's so pretty. What? I voted and got myself a little treat. Iced latte with an extra shot of espresso. Are we being crazy this morning? This is Little Thunder. My newest little baby. He's 6 months old. Little Thundy. I'm annoying him. Thunder baby. Look at that little boy. What a face you have. You have the best face. Don't look away. Ooh. Uh-oh. I've broken him. Little baby. I don't know what kind of birds these are, but when they're all flying like that together, it's called a murmuration. And I think it's just so beautiful. So if you know what these birds are, let me know. Initially, I thought they were starlings, but I think they're a little bit too plump and round to be starling. So, I don't know. What do you think? Hello, vlog. My battery is in the red. It's gonna die, so hopefully I can get a little something here filmed for you before it does go kaput. But it is Wednesday, November the 12th, and this is my first major sit-down check-in because the month has just been quite busy. Nothing negative happening, just busy life stuff. So what can I fill you in on? I have a new kitty. I have a new little kitty buddy. Hang on, let me grab him. Oh, here he is. His name is Thunder. I got him last month. So last month was 1 year since my cat Elle passed and my dog Orlando passed. So I was going to go to the shelter and make a donation. and I saw him there, and he was one of the cats who had been at the shelter the longest, and we fell in love. So he had to come home with me. So this is Thunder Baby. He is 6 months old and a total sweetheart, like just the sweetest little guy. He's the sweetest little dumpling. Yes, he is. So maybe he'll stay during my whole check-in here. I finished reading Hollowpox by Jessica Townsend, which was the book that I was reading with my eyes and really trying to get through so I could get back to my buddy read of Silverborn with Sherry. I gave Hollowpox 5 stars. It's so fabulous. It's so fabulous. It's middle grade, set in a magical world. And I can't get into too many details about it without spoiling it since it's book 3. But some of the major themes it addresses are, I want to say, trans rights, because one of the things going on in this book is the Wunimals, which are these creatures that are half human, half animal, trans, and they've contracted a disease called the Hollowpox. So it really is like dealing with a lot of like discrimination that the Wunimals face and things like that, and done in a way that I feel like is very representative of some of the discrimination that trans individuals in the US face, and probably in other spaces they face as well. So I feel like that was just a really good allegory for trans rights, and just a really good discussion of difference and children learning how to understand and not fear difference, but to instead be curious about difference. And there's many more themes in that book, but that's the one that really stood out to me on reread of it. He's just so crashed out. On reread. So yeah, 5 stars for that. And I have started Silverborn. Finally picked back up Silverborn for this buddy read with Sherry that we've been waiting to do for 5 years. So we're having a good time. I'm only like 6 chapters in so far, but already our conversations are wonderful. So, and this one so far, like the tone is a little bit darker, and she also is using a non-linear timeline for the first time. The first 3 books are very true linear stories. This one kind of jumps ahead, jumps behind, just non-linear. It's the first time that she's done that in one of her books. And Sherry and I both agreed that that kind of builds up the tension and captures your interest. It really makes you intrigued as to what's going to happen in this story. Are you awake? What a nap. That was a true cat nap. Oh, we're going to go back asleep. We're going to go back asleep. Oh. The other book that I am reading with my eyes, because I read like a book over 500 pages and a book under 500 pages because I get big book fatigue. And so to battle against the fatigue, I kind of rotate between a big book and a shorter book. So the shorter book that I'm reading right now is Silence Fallen by Patricia Briggs. This is book something or another in the Mercy Thompson series. I don't know which number. It's pretty far up there. I want to say like 10. I don't know. Pretty far along in the series. And it is okay. I think Patricia Briggs has run out of ideas in this one, because this feels like the same story that she's told many times already. Many times. Just a different setting and a different bad guy. So it's just, it's fine. It's fine. It's not one that I'm getting back, like getting the itch to get back into reading. As I read it, I'm not like super enthralled. Like it's very middle of the road. Low middle of the road for me. Other updates from my last vlog in October. I talked about different TV shows that I wanted to watch. One of them was Yellowstone. I gave Yellowstone a try. Watched like 3 episodes. It's not for me. It's not for me. I felt like it was so cheesy. So overly melodramatic. Like there's this scene where the main character is talking to the bad guy in a prison, and like the way they were talking to each other was just this like hyper masculine, like, oh, well, you're gonna be eating this crap the rest of your life because you'll be in prison forever. And the other guy's like, oh yeah, well, I'll be getting out of prison and then feeding you this food. Like the way nobody talks like that. Nobody talks like that. I didn't believe a single scene in that show. It was just over the top. Not for me. I didn't get to the Ed Gaines thing on Netflix. Just ran out of time. And oh, I watched season 2 of Wednesday. Loved it. I loved it. I thought that they did a really good job picking up from the first season, and there was a little bit of a shakeup in the cast that they had to work out with one of the main characters from the first season, but I feel like they handled that really well. I feel like there were some twists and turns that were jaw-dropping. I loved the way that certain characters and the relationships developed. I loved that one character who I didn't think would come back did come back. Like, I loved it. I thought it was great. Lately, I have been too busy to watch much television, so I don't have any TV updates for you. I finished my Charmed rewatch last month, and the month of November, there has been 0 TV watching, so that's all I have to report. The gorgeous sunset. It's like a beautiful cotton candy sky. Hello, it is Monday, November the 17th, and I decided to DNF this. This was very boring. Very boring. The level of detail in this just made it so dull. Let me just read you a little part of it. Okay, page 83. It was as near to noon as I could reckon by the sun when I strolled into the restaurant that offered free Wi-Fi. I'd brushed my hair and braided it, securing it with a band I'd stolen from the person I'd taken the money from. I walked directly to the doors marked WC, having read just enough British mysteries to know that WC stood for water closet, which is a bathroom. The women's restroom door had a doe-eyed woman in a pink dress painted on it by someone who was better than an amateur. The bathroom was clean and bright and had plenty of soap and paper towels. Like, we don't need all of those details about what the bathroom looks like. We know what a bathroom is. You can say, I went to the restaurant that had free Wi-Fi and walked to the bathroom. It reads as filler, and it makes this book so boring because the whole book is like that. So I'm DNFing it, and I think this might be the end of the road for me and Patricia Briggs. The next book that I am picking up that's under 500 pages is called Grave Talk by Nick Spalding. It's a book that I own on my Kindle, and it's a contemporary about this woman whose husband dies and a man whose brother dies. And they visit their gravestones at the same day every year and meet each other there. And so each chapter is a year where these two meet, visit their loved ones' gravestones, and then have a conversation. Hence the title, Grave Talk. I am 1 chapter in, and it's okay so far. I'm interested enough to keep reading and to see if it's just a book that maybe needs a couple chapters to really warm up. I'm not a huge fan of the writing style, but I'm going to give it a chance and keep going and see. I am really enjoying Silverborn by Jessica Townsend. I'm up to like chapter 15 in that one, and it's really good. Good characters. This one, it just is so intriguing, and there's like an element of darkness in it that it feels different in tone from the first three, but different not in a bad way, like different in a this is getting really interesting kind of a way. What else can I update you on? There's a movie that I want to see. If I can get to it in the theaters before it flies away, because my little local theater doesn't tend to keep movies in the theater for very long, but it came out the 14th. And it's the third movie in the Now You See Me series, which is about magicians, and I really like it. So it has like Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson and a bunch of other like big name actors. I really like the first two. So I'm going to try and see if I can get out to go see that movie, hopefully this week, and let you know what I think about it. I thought the first two were so interesting because I loved seeing how the magicians use all their different skills to pull off these heists, and it's such an interesting twist on a heist movie. So I really, really like them, and I hope I can go see it and not have to wait till it comes out on streaming. Oh, I started a new show. Well, it's not new. I started a rewatch of a show that I watched growing up in the 90s when I was a kid, Home Improvement, which is a family comedy starring Tim Allen. I was up late working on some things the other day, and so I had it playing in the background. And I am enjoying it. I think so far as well, that show holds up pretty well. It holds up pretty well. There's some sexist jokes in there because it's really common in the 90s for there to be a lot of like sexist jokes. But aside from that, so far, I think I'm like into episode 7 of season 1 or something like that. And so far it's held up pretty well. So far it's actually like really, I don't know, heartwarming and like wholesome. And I'm having a good time with my rewatch. Y'all, I have been looking for a keyboard for like 10 years. Not just any keyboard, but one that has all 88 keys and weighted keys. My mom found one at an auction a couple of weeks ago, and I'm so happy about it. I have not played piano consistently or seriously for like 20 years, but I think it's coming back little by little. Ah. Kitty cat. Some of the folks who have been here on BookTube with me when I originally started know that in my early 20s and late teens, I was really heavily into music. Like I was a classically trained opera singer, and I played piano pretty seriously. I had taken piano lessons from like the age of 5, and my intro and outro videos is a recording of me playing The Arrival of the Queen of Sheba. Back when I was like 21 or something. Some of my friends at the university in the music department recorded it. And when I was figuring out sort of like my niche and my style here on BookTube, I was able to find that recording. I was actually looking because one of my friends who's not on BookTube anymore, Kit, some of you might remember Kit, who now does van life content, but he wanted to hear, because there was, at the university I went to, there was a music professor who composed a piece specifically for me to sing. And I did like a solo and everything at one of our shows. And there's a recording of that somewhere. So I was trying to find that recording so that I could share with them. And then I found that piano recording instead. So I decided to just use that recording of me on the piano for my intro videos. So like obviously in the little clip you just saw, I no longer have those skills, but it's because when I was about 23 is when I really started having
major hand pain from Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And my hands just could no longer take any kind of music, because I was like I played the violin not well, and it was more like I played the fiddle. I played the fiddle in this little bluegrass band with my dad. So I played the fiddle, I was learning cello, I played piano, I sang, and all of it just kind of went to crap when I started getting really bad EDS symptoms. My hands just would not work. I couldn't sleep at night because my hands hurt so bad. And I ended up getting pneumonia and bronchitis over and over and over again. And it did a real number on my vocal cords. So essentially, EDS took me out of the music world pretty hard and fast. So as I'm like getting back into playing piano, I'm taking it very slow, and I'm trying to like be kind to myself about it, because I do not have the skills I once had. Like, I obviously cannot sit down and play The Arrival of the Queen of Sheba like I could play it in my intro video. But you know, little by little, I'm trying to play, and then also just trying to pace myself and play in a way that isn't harmful to my hands, and hurts me and causes pain. So look how cute her little winter coat is. It's so cute. Turkey ate too much. He's passed out.
It is Sunday, November 30th. We've made it to the end of the month. This month has honestly flown by. It's gone by so fast. I had a good Thanksgiving. I saw family for one day, and then I made myself Thanksgiving dinner at home with my critters the next day, and then I was gonna go to a friend's Thanksgiving Saturday, but we got a huge blizzard. We got 14.5 inches of snow in like 24 hours or so. So the friend's Thanksgiving on Saturday got postponed. So, but yeah, good times, good food, good to see people. Thanksgiving always feels really rejuvenating. It's because I get some time off work and everything. So, what else can I update you on? Stranger Things Season 5. It's so good. I loved it. Every episode. I can't wait to watch the second half of it. So, I kind of have looped back and started with Season 1, Episode 1, because I'm like, well, I guess I'll just rewatch all of it again as we move into the very last stretch of it over Christmas. So I watched that. I've still been watching Home Improvement. Funny note, okay, I think it's episode 9 of season 1 where Tim redoes their bathroom. I was watching and seeing the remodeled bathroom and thinking, that's my sink, that's my toilet, that's my bathtub. So I have the same like sink, toilet, and bathtub as there is in that remodel episode if you watch it. And I believe that that episode aired in 1991. So I'm like, okay, so that's how old my bathroom is. Bookish things. I ended up DNFing Grave Talk by, I believe it was Nick Spalding who wrote that. It just wasn't gripping me. It was fine. Like, I could see some people really liking it, but it just wasn't gripping me. And then I'm still working on Silverborn. So Silverborn, I take the dust jacket off my books when I read, but this is Silverborn. I'm halfway through this buddy read with Sherry. This is an interesting installment in this series. So I think I mentioned she uses some different timelines at the beginning to create some tension. Morgan as a character is evolving in a way that I think it makes sense with the story, but it's like, ooh, I'm real disappointed in her as a character. Not saying that the writing is bad, but just like if she were a child that I knew, I would be really disappointed in her. But I suspect I know where this is coming from, and I'm just going to have to wait it out and see by the end of the book if I'm correct. There are new characters in this that are really interesting, like a new area of Nevermore that we're learning about in this. Some more background on the politics and history of the world. Background and information on Morgan's birth parents. And it's very slow compared to other books. The other books moved really fast. This one I feel like is moving at a snail's pace. And that's not a bad thing, but it's just, it's a different tone and a different approach than the first 3 books. So if you decide to read this one, definitely know that going in. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still engrossed. I'm still super interested to see where she's going with this, because I have high confidence that Jessica Townsend will take us somewhere jaw-dropping. So I will continue to read this into December, and that's where I am leaving off for books. That's where I'm leaving off with this vlog. I hope that you had a really wonderful November, that you were able to get some rest over the Thanksgiving weekend. Even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, maybe you're able to just rest. So, oh, Little Thunder's requesting cuddles. One moment. He's so precious. He just like reaches up for me at random points throughout the day and requests a snuggle. It's the cutest thing ever. He's such a good boy. Anyway, yeah, I hope you're able to get some rest. Let me know some of your highlights from the month of November. If you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know that you are here, go ahead and leave me a snowflake emoji. And until next time, make sure that you continue to read good books, drink good coffee, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye! Say bye!